Hello and welcome to another video. So in this one, a little bit different, we're taking part in the IMSA Pilot Challenge in the GT4s. So multi-class 2-hour endurance race. So let's see how we do them.
Okay Phil, get ready.
Here we go then. Hopefully we'll just keep it clean and see what happens.
Green, green, green. Car on your right side. Clear on the right. Sweet start, mate. Keep it coming.
Very clean from the start. No one's had a crash by the looks of it.
B20.
Oh, and as I say that, there's the first car off. Very slow pace at the moment back here though. We've definitely got more pace in this, but mainly just looking to keep it clean to start with. Can look for moves as the field starts to spread a bit. Seems to want to prevent things like that.
Clear right.
And avoid those sorts of incidents. We managed to do there.
It was just done a 52.58.
Gives us a bit of clean air that though, so we can now push on a little bit to try and catch up.
B17.
Bit different because I didn't do a huge amount of practice for this race specifically. I've done some practice for the sprint here obviously, but decided to take part in this endurance one, but obviously way more fuel, so slightly different car to drive. Hopefully we can get the tyres warmed up, get into a bit of a groove. Match let this guy go. It's quick at the moment.
He's still there.
You're
right. That last lap was a 53.24.
Not quite got the handling of the car yet on this big fuel load. But it is a bit different to drive.
R20 is racing.
Fastest lap for Santos, 52.04.
Stay to the racing line, let him know I'm not going to fight him. It's not the main bit at the moment.
Okay Phil, hold your nerve, just keep it
survive early on
mistakes.
and see if we can catch the group in front. So said we're not really going to fight this guy, we're going to hope he's got the pace to catch up to him. I've definitely got a bit more pace I'm showing at the moment, but I don't know how much of that's to do with lacking rhythm and how much is just the extra fuel load and getting used to the car. But we are gradually improving, it seems.
The car in front is just posted.
Take it away.
That was 52.54.
Fairly big group here.
Alright Phil, lap times are pretty consistent.
Really big group head to tail here.
Just ignore him, he'll go away. Incident downhill, looks like it's Shipper. B16.
Being in this big group is really slowing everyone down, I think.
Car on your left.
That car at the front struggling. Whether he's got damage from an incident or something.
Jesus, there you go.
Just playing it safe at the moment, playing it cautious. That Porsche is really causing everyone else to end up fighting here, and then he's pulled away again on that one. But I do think he's struggling at the front by the looks of it, unless there's a couple of people in this group that are struggling. What happened to that car behind? By the looks of it, it disappeared. I was going to say it was a car right up behind me. Allows us to just concentrate on the cars in front now then. Eventually we're going to have to start to look at pushing and trying to make moves. Oh, a mistake like that's not going to help though. He went off onto the grass in front and just put me off, and I twitched as well. That could have been our chance to get him there, but
stay on him.
we also made an error. Because I do think if I can get in clean air and put in clean laps, I've got more pace than what I'm currently lapping at. But obviously a couple of these guys might be thinking exactly the same thing.
on a slower car.
Coming up on the first touring car to make things interesting. See who can get past where. Looks like these will get by on the straight, but I don't know if we will. So we're going to be in an awkward position here.
He's on your left. You're clear on the left.
BMW made a mistake though, so we've managed to capitalise on that.
Well done, Phil. Good pass. Nice front.
Left side.
There's an incident in uphill. Silver.
Hold your line. Yep. Clear left.
He's in an awkward place there. Oh, I think the Audi hit him. Not the Audi, I think it was a Hyundai, wasn't it? Sorry. The touring car hit him, I should have said.
You're approaching
He
some
was in a
slower
very
cars.
awkward
These guys
place
are
there.
fighting for position.
Thank you.
Looks like P5's gone off it. Big bend.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
14th. Come on, that's the stuff.
Just blocked me off there. It looked like he was moving to let me have the inside, and then he changed his mind.
There's a car on your left. Keep your line. He's still with you. Left side's clear.
Okay, Phil, don't let this guy distract you.
We're probably going to have a lot of traffic in this race, but it's only a short track. Merck's playing it very safe. He's going to give the Aston a run on me.
Right side. Keep this line. You are clear on the right. Left side. Clear left.
The Aston sensibly backed out there. He'd have put it in an awkward position there. He did the sensible thing. This Merck's lost a bit of ground to the Aston in front
There's an
with
incident in West Bend. It looks like
that traffic.
Santos.
We probably lost time, but we gained in terms of positions with the traffic. Oh no, I think that's that Porsche that was struggling at the front of this pack earlier on.
P12.
That puts us up to P12 now. Multi-class endurance race on a small track though, so still anything could happen. Still a long way to go. And I think in this one we are going to play it safe and change tyres every time with fuel. Which I don't know, it might only be the one stop, I'm not sure.
Time is at 52.
Left side there's a car. And still there. He's still there.
Why are you going too wide
on the
there,
left.
man?
Car on your left side. Hold your line. Car both sides. Clear on the left.
Why are you
Clear all
doing
round.
Well done, Phil. Nice move, mate. E9. Your lap time was at 54.10. Sector 3 is a second off the pace.
sorry, George. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
He's still there. Clear left.
You could have gone past the lap traffic, in my opinion, Eric. I was just taking advantage of it, mate.
That lap time was 54.00. Slower class car ahead.
Yeah, it's all good. I just wasn't comfortable there.
Okay, Phil.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Yeah, no worries. Don't know if we'll quite have him by turn 1. No, we're not going to. Is he going to cross the inside though? He is,
Left
by the
side.
looks of it.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear on the left.
Exciting couple of laps there, getting past that lap traffic. So I don't think I did anything wrong with that move on Eric. I gave him the space. To me, he should have gone past. I expected him to be passed before the corner started, and then I was going to go too wide with the touring car through there. So I was just expecting both of us to gain, and he pulled back in, and I used it to my advantage, knowing the touring car would slow him down. So
You've just done a 54.00.
understand if he doesn't like it too wide through there and being frustrated, but I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I gave him plenty of space. He just made an error there. So allowed this Sean back up to us now. We need to catch that. I think that's that Aston in front. He's got past the traffic much quicker than the cars behind have. Each time we've gained traffic, he's pulled away, and we have roped him back in every time. But now we're the ones looking to pull him back in, so hopefully we can.
Sorry about that, Eric. All good, man.
P8.
Nico's clearly got us
Right side's
some
clear.
sort of made setup on, because he's like, he was flying down that straight then compared to me. So we might have to just let him go, see if he can drag us along.
Right side. Right side's clear. On your right. Clear right.
Oh!
Incident in downhill.
I don't know what that Nico was doing. He was clearly faster, and he was just sticking his nose up the inside every
Slower car
time.
ahead with the race of this car for position. There'll be no blue flag. It's their class leader.
I really don't know why he was doing that. Hopefully we've not got damage.
Blue flag. P15. Come on, we can do
We've
better
had
than
no
this.
incidents or
Focus on your
anything up to that
exits.
point.
Keep it smooth.
I really have no idea what that guy was doing. He's clearly someone that had an incident earlier on and was just trying to force his way back through. And I'd even just said, we get to the straight, I'm going to let him back through,
Blue flag.
because he's clearly quicker, especially on the straights. and
Slow cars ahead,
he
including the
just
class
sent
leader.
his nose up the inside there. Just always going to end bad. I even tried to leave space because I was worried about it, but clearly was unable to leave him enough space.
8.0.
Going to have to try and have a bit of a recovery now. Not quite sure what sort of damage we'll have.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Phil. There's an incident in Big Bend.
Stuck behind these guys now, unfortunately. I think we might have damage because we're not gaining on these guys like we were before. There we go, we've got the run though.
The guy on your left. Still there. Left side's clear.
Relax.
I gave you
Focus.
plenty
Keep
of
it smooth.
space, man.
Blue flag V14.
On your left. Keep your line. Be on the left.
Blue flag.
Looks like second place from our group is right behind me now. So first place in the GT4s must have gone past while I was crashed.
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, 33 seconds of optionals, so I think we'll just take them. By the looks of it, we've not quite made an hour, so we're going to have to fuel save in this second half of the race, or we're going to have to splash and dash, one or the other. I think we'll see how the car is when we first come out, and depending on that, we'll maybe start fuel saving.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Blue flag.
See how the car feels now.
That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. You've just done a 53.00.
Something's happened up ahead.
There's an incident in West Bend.
Oh my god, he come back on the track in reverse there. Jesus.
Left side there's a car. He's still with you. Clear left.
P13.
Car left. Still there. You're clear on the left.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 28 Celsius. Coming up on a slower class car. There's a car leaving the pit lane.
On your left.
It's going to be awkward.
Left side's clear.
P12.
Yeah, so these are the cars that I was racing that were just behind me, well, not too far
Car
behind me
left,
before
on the
that
left.
incident. So we lost a hell of a lot of time with that crash.
He's on your left.
Unless these are ahead because
Keep
they're
your
still
line.
not pitted, they've been fuel saving. If they knew
Left
about
side's clear.
how much fuel it would take. As I said, that's the only negative, we might not make it to the end. But what you need to do is fuel save first stint, get to an hour before you're pitted, but surely these have pitted. It'll just be with the damage I had and stuff. All I need to do though is actually make it with fuel to the end, and we're guaranteed 10th. So we're losing time ahead. So I'm hoping people ahead maybe have to splash and dash and see if that gives us the chance, but it might not even be enough anyway, just because of, as I said, there's, oh, he's 7th now. But 8th is behind us again anyway.
Last lap time was at 53.72.
So I said I'm basically a lap down
Slower
from
class car ahead.
those cars just ahead of me, so other than 9th. So I'm unlikely to catch him anyway. So I'm just going to take this recovery to a top 10, will be a good result after being taken out. And we really suffered in the second part of that first stint. Just hope this guy can keep us pacing at low 53s and we can just use him to save fuel.
Car on your left. You're clear on the left.
Thank you.
Blue flag.
This is the only annoying thing
Front
now.
now,
These might
17
fight, I don't
seconds.
want to interrupt their fight, but
Looks like
Oh,
P6
that
has
was
gone off
myself
it.
again.
Uphill. Yellow flag. Coming up on a slower class
I don't know what
car.
happened there. Oh, the Astons really love a twitch up there, because they got the exact same in front. I know, like them guys that were just ahead in 4th and 5th were guys I was ahead of when I got taken out, so an awkward one. We're going to keep the fuel safe in, see if we get extra fuel, and then we can always push a bit at the end if we've got a bit extra.
Guy on your left. Still there. Clear left.
Right-hand side drifting.
He must be hugely fuel saving, Sean, because we're fuel saving and still gaining on him quite rapidly. Just trying to figure out, do we need to save that fuel now?
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 33 Celsius. Okay, Phil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
We can push the rate we're gaining on him because he's clearly fuel saving. We might have a chance of getting him. Oh, he's pitting now. Yeah, so I bet you he was trying to fuel save. He's maybe just realised he ain't going to do it. Literally fuel saving it. It says we've got half a lap at minimum pace, and unfortunately we haven't got the white flag yet.
Car left. Left side's clear.
There we are, spluttering.
Blue flag. 8th place.
Left side. Clear left.
There's the fuel gone. Hopefully we won't lose any places. We had to try it.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Can we make it to the guy? So this is the first real incident we had to avoid then. Just the blue Aston up ahead making a mistake. You see, as I said, the Aston Martin, see, even I got the twitch there. You've got to be so careful, especially if you have to lift or anything like that. The Aston Martin always twitches on the crest of this hill on the rear end. And as you can see, he's had a huge twitch there. And he's come across, so you can see our twitch as well as we lift to avoid. And unfortunately for that BMW, he gets caught up, but we managed to avoid it there. So I think this is where we come past Eric now then. The green car in front where he wasn't too happy. We'll just look. I think I gave him enough room. So let's just see what happened now. So you see we've got this touring car on the left. I'm expecting Eric to stay here and go. He pulls back in. We have to... We go, well, we'll take advantage. Too wide. Yeah, give him just enough space there on the first part.
Going too wide.
That gives him the run, but we're still on the inside. We do bounce it there. We do squeeze in with the bounce off the curb a little bit there, so we could have given him a bit more space on the second part. But the first part, I think we do fine. You can see why he's annoyed, because he's obviously took the sensible option. We'll just go in behind. But looking here at the speed and the way I've done it all race, to me, let's just move to in front to Eric. So if I'm Eric here, we're still quite away. You don't brake till the start of this curve for this corner. It's only a slight brake and then follow through. And you can easily, in these speeder cars, especially touring car on the outside and GT4 on the inside, you can easily get through too wide here. This was, other than down the straight, this was the other main passing point for passing back markers, basically. So, to me here, if I was Eric, I'd just keep my foot in it here, stay up the inside, brake on the inside and go past him. I took advantage of him pulling out the way, because if we go back to mine, if he stays out, I think I'm going to have the chance to be side by side with the Audi going up here, or, sorry, Hyundai is it? I think it's a Hyundai actually. Yeah, Hyundai. So I'm either going to, he's going to be passed, especially by the time they've braked and turned in, he's going to be past the Audi. They're not even going to be side by side. I'm either going to be side by side with him, or I'm then going to have to back out and wait till the straight. So to me here, we've done nothing wrong, but Eric should have, to me, just carried on and gone. We've just took advantage. See, we give plenty of space there, but obviously that gives us a corner run. And then here, yeah, we just hit that curb, and obviously that just pushes us wide. So I will say here we should have given him a bit more space, but we do give him enough space just, but we should really give him a bit more space there. We could have.
Why are you doing that?
So said he was a little bit upset, but it is what it is. I think it's a clean, fair move. I was just taking advantage of him being a bit too safe with this car here. Really, he should have gone by and that incident wouldn't have happened. So let's see where I got taken out now then, I think, because I think that's the next big incident. So here's the crash with Nico then. And at the end of the race, there was a few others said about him, so he was clearly causing problems, and that's why he kept ending up behind people and then being involved in these incidents. But if we look, he does get the run here, but he's never really fully alongside me. Look, like even there, he's still really not in there. Let's just go to, yeah, look at that. He's still never in, but I leave the gap because, as I said, I'd seen how he was as he caught up to the back of me, and I was being a bit wary, and I was always going to go around these final two corners and then just pull out his way on the straight and let him by, because I knew he was going to be involved in an incident. But really, I needed to get out his way earlier, but I don't know. The only way here is if I totally back off to get out his way. You know, totally back off way before the corner and just give it him, but that's just stupid. I don't know why he hasn't waited, but we do give him more than a car width, and he puts himself fully over the curb and just bounces off into me. Like, I don't even know why he's really going for that, and look at the way he's cut that curb. He's got no chance there. Yeah, and he just takes us out. So, don't think there's anything we've done wrong at all there. We've just one of them things, aggressive driver, not really being smart, and just takes us out. And this Sean at the end of the race said sorry to see me taken out because we were racing with him quite a bit, and as I said, by the looks of it, without incidents, we could have been right up there with Sean, but it looked like Sean had a few issues in the second stint. So yeah, as you see there, just absolutely flies past. Yeah, just don't know what he's doing there really. Let's see if we can go back and see where he passed Sean, because Sean after the race said to me, when he said he saw him take him out, he said he was very aggressive with him as well. Ah yeah, so they're coming down the straight here, past the touring car. See, but look at, this is why this guy doesn't need to do this. He's clearly got to set, look at the speed difference he has on this straight. Look at that. These are the same car. Look at the speed difference of the same car. Look how quickly he passes him. He's actually clean on that move, but Sean does give him plenty of space, so he might have been aggressive earlier on with him. But as I said, that speed difference he has on the straight there, there's no need for him to go for moves like he went for on me. So he sort of ruined my race, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So let's just check the results now then. So you can see that was split 2, 1.9k strength for field. We gained a huge amount of safety rating, obviously, with the number of laps. And we didn't have a huge number of incidents, really. I mean, up until that crash, we didn't have any to that point. We then got a few with damage. We were suffering from understeer and got a few off tracks after that. But, you know, so we gained 1.02 safety rating there. So if you want safety rating, endurance races looks like the way to go. And we gained 38 iRating, so back up to 1.8k iRating now then. So let's see where we finished 8th in the end. So we did keep 8th place after having to come in the pits and miss the final lap, because we were just a lap short on fuel. We could have saved a bit more in the first stint if we'd known, or saved a little bit more in the second stint, but we were saving a lot in the second stint. I think we did well over an hour before running out of fuel in the second stint, compared to like the 54 minutes I think we did in the first stint. So let's see then. Yeah, so this Simon, I'm sure this Simon was a guy that I was ahead of before I got crashed into. We were ahead of this guy. So no, I think this guy was still ahead of us when we had our crash. He was still ahead of us, but we'd passed Eric, we'd passed Robson, and I think we'd passed Simon up to that point. You know, so a couple of them might have been because of strategy or whatever, dropped back later on. But as I said, we finished P8 3 laps down, so we ended up on the same lap as the top touring cars in the end. So we lost the last lap. So we were like 2 laps down, effectively. Which will be right, because the leader had just passed us, and then we had to pit because we ran out of fuel. So we'd have just gone 2 laps down and then lost the third by having to fuel. So as I said, without that incident, we could have been battling for P2. Probably not P1, but I'd have P1 pitted a second time. I know that for definite because he pitted quite late on, so he was well ahead. But I would have probably done his method and splash and dashed at the end if I hadn't had the incident and just kept going flat out. So don't think we would have had the pace, because he also started first and finished first. So I don't think we would have had the pace, but we could have been on for chasing, you know, racing with this Joseph guy. But I think we definitely had a second place minimum on there, and you know, this was our fight, was second, third, fourth, fifth. We would have been well in this fight for a top 5 without that incident. And now let's see, where did... So Sean did finish behind us in the end, so with his incidents late on, he ended up 7 laps down. So we were well ahead of everyone behind us then, so we were pretty much the last car in the sort of lead group, because everyone else then was way down on laps, disqualified, and, you know, way down on laps. And this guy that took us at he ended up 28 laps down, so we left with, but the way he was, like, he was fast enough to be right up there with the guy in first, but he was just causing incidents. There are 23 incident points, so he got the most incident points out of everyone, same as this guy, and the only guy that beat him was the guy that got disqualified and got the full 25. Which, to be honest, he was 28 laps down. He would have been disqualified if he carried on anyway. So, but coming from 22nd to 8th, especially after a big crash, so very happy with that result. Shame, because as I said, we could have been on for a mega result there, but it is what it is. So, first time I've done an IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge endurance, so good race overall. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on that race then. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.